Hi guys, welcome back to Prospect Channel TV. Thank you very much for joining me this hour. May God bless you all. The detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, has declared that he would prefer to remain in detention for the rest of his life rather than be tried by a corrupt and biased court or judge. Kanu made this statement in an open letter to the public. So Kanu have written to the public. You see, no want corrupt judges to try him. Una know waiting in they try to talk. If you can remember what happened, those of you who saw the video, it was everywhere on social media. That was February 10th, Monday, February 10th. Okay, Nnamdi Kanu appeared in court. It was really drama all the way. So he have said that Justice Binta Inyako have already step aside from his case. So she does not suppose to try him. You understand? There is nowhere it was written in Nigerian constitution or Nigerian law that a judge that step aside from a trial will continue the trial. So that is what he's asking. What is the problem? Is this something that you guys are not telling us? Why are you so interested in trying me? So Nnamdi Kanu have said Justice Binta Inyako will not try him because she's just biased. He have already seen it that he's not going to get a fair trial from Justice Binta Inyako's court. You understand? And he even laid some accusations against Justice Binta Inyako, something like she's doing that for selfish gain, for her personal gain and all that. So Nnamdi Kanu have written an open letter to the public which he personally signed from his detention at the Department of State Service DSS. The letter was made available through his special counsel, Barrister Aloy Jimako. Kanu vowed that if it will take the rest of his life, he said, Kanu vowed that if it will take the rest of my life in detention to produce me before a proper and impartial court, so be it. But let me say this for the world to know. I will not succumb to any trial conducted by any judge or court whose jurisdiction does not pass constitutional muster. Not now, not ever, he said in the letter. I have been compelled by the events of the past few days to take the unusual step of writing this letter for the singular purpose of calling the attention of the general public to the serial executive and judiciary fraud being perpetrated against me since my extraordinary rendition in 2021, Kanu said. He recorded that in a judgment entered on March 1st, 2017, the Federal High Court in Abuja ruled that the IPOB is not an unlawful group. This landmark ruling made by the court before it turned unjust, emanated in criminal proceedings that required proof beyond reasonable doubt, and in which the federal government and my humble self presented our respective cases. Alas, instead of the federal government to go on appeal as the law mandated if they are dissatisfied with the judgment, the former Attorney General Abubakar Malami went behind closed doors with a letter signed by late Abbas Kyari and got IPOB proscribed, tagged a terrorist group in an ex parte proceedings conducted without notice to me or to the IPOB. This abominable incident was the earliest sign yet that the government and its judiciary have struck an unholy fraudulent alliance to deny me my rights and thereby impel the lives and liberty of millions who identify with IPOB. He further recalled that on October 26, 2022, a federal high court declared his extraordinary rendition and detention as unconstitutional. According to the IPOB leader, the court stated that the manner of arrest and detention of the applicant, that is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in Kenya, his continued detention in Abuja, is subjection to physical and mental trauma by the respondents, that is the federal government of Nigeria, the inhuman and degrading treatment meted out to the applicant amounts to prison violation of the applicant's fundamental right to dignity of his person and threat to life under Section 34, 1A in brackets of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended. He quoted the court as saying, he noted that the court further ordered the Nigerian government to apologize to him and pay him compensation. Kanu said, in a responsible and well-ordered society run by a reasonable government, this judgment is sufficient to have ended my lengthy detention and encouraged the federal government to constructively engage me on the issue of the self-determination agitation that triggered this whole saga. He also recalled that on October 13, 2022, the Court of Appeal held that court must never shy away from calling the executive to order when they resort to acts of executive lawlessness. Quoting the Court of Appeal, he said, the duty of the court is to maintain a balance between ensuring that law and order is obeyed and the protection of the individual from oppressive actions by the executive, by the forcible abduction and extraordinary rendition of the applicant, that is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, from Kenya to this country on the day of June 27, 2021, in violation of international and state laws. The lower court, or indeed any court in this country, is divested of jurisdiction to entertain charges against the applicant. Kanu noted that despite the clarity of the appeal court judgment and his compartment with reason, the Nigerian government refused to release him from detention. It went behind closed doors and connived with three other justices of the Court of Appeal who fraudulently and swiftly sat on appeal over the judgment and practically destroyed it by issuing what they termed a stay of execution, he said. One may then said, it is not abnormal for a court to stay a judgment the government already disobeyed, he said. So guys, this is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu letter to the public. He said he will rather die in prison for him to be tried by corrupt judges. Corrupt judges, I meant to say, please pardon me. So guys, what's your take on this? Please let's hear from you. Kindly drop your comment below the comment section. Don't forget to